Hello and welcome back to Gary and Reaver vs. Potionomics. I'm actually on the main menu because I've looked at this thing and I've just realised that a load of characters are actually on it. We've got Quinn here and Boxer, what looks like Baptiste down there, Muktuk partially hidden behind the hand, Mint, Zid and Corsac. And that's just really cool. 94.5 grand. We are in day 38 still, and my goal is to hit 300,000 by the end of the week. Sold everything in the vendor, and I am still far below that. Got some more puddings, mostly to restock, and some masterwork. Oh, look at that, 5-star masterwork. And more 5-star masterwork, 2-star masterwork, and superior, because I ran out of ingredients. But these have aged up, so I will stick a load of stuff in the vendor, and I should start preparing enhancers for tomorrow. Wow, 12 of those. 12 at 5 grand each. Wow, even with the best fuel I've got, this is still going to take 10, which might be too many. I'd have it for late tomorrow. I think it's probably worth it for something this valuable. 6 is much better. And some alertness as well. The reason I'm going for a variety is just in case one of them happens to get scuppered. I really don't want to just lose out because of that. Another 6. As in 6 time slots, I'm making 5 potions. I'll just age up an enhancer, random enhancer I have. And the last radiation tonic just cause. I have time to kill, let's rank up Corsac. Got another craft project if you're up for it. From beneath the table, Corsac produces a strange net-like garment fitted with straps of burlap.
Is it fashion?
This is just the base layer, I have the rest of the supplies here. Corsac pulls more items from beneath the table. Buckets of mud sorted by shades of brown, endless sacks of grasses, flowers and moss.
So, not fashion.
Making a ghillie suit. Done right, it'll help me hide in plain sight. I've got the materials handy for one of 2 suits. We can make something for the Shadow Step or for the Storm Plains. What's your preference? Well, the Shadow Step is spiders, and anyone who would willingly go there in a camouflage ghillie suit is a nutter, so let's go with Storm Plains.
Storm Plains, don't forget your rubber boots.
Right, I've got biome-appropriate mud and sodden moss. But it needs to smell right too. Probably the Raiju droppings. Like, I think anyone else would want the flower blooms, but he's more...
Use the Raiju droppings, I can smell them from here.
Yes, most importantly, Raiju droppings can be found all over the plains. Oh yeah, that too. Bad for tourists, good for plains-bound ghillie suit.
Wait a minute, were you quizzing me just now?
Maybe. That's the flirt.
What for? Oh no, this isn't a job interview, is it? I'm not cut out for heroing.
Nothing like that. Just noticed you've been coming around a lot. I haven't had many friends. I guess I wanted to be sure we're compatible.
Don't know whether to be flattered or insulted.
It's a toss-up. I hope you'll go with flattered. You should know I don't mean offense.
And you should know that friendship isn't based on pop quizzes.
Aha, so this is a friendship. That's precisely what I'd hoped to ascertain.
Of course we're friends. You sent me up with that slime pot. I helped you out on the beach.
So in your view, friendships are transactional?
Well, no, there's a little more to it than that. I don't mind pitching in on your projects, but I'm really here because I want to spend time with you.
I see. And I suppose I shouldn't sully our friendship by giving you this coupon?
What? No, gimme. Alright, cool. Guess friendship's not transactional.
In that case, friend, it's time to get your hands dirty. Because we're going to need to slather a whole load of this mud on this here suit. He's an odd fella. I've got another rank up with him. Sure. Why not?
So, what's our project for the rest of today?
As a matter of fact, I didn't have anything in mind. We did my ghillie suit and now I'm out of ideas. Why don't we do some sort of relaxing you're so fond of? Maybe we could treat ourselves to something sweet.
I guess that depends what you had in mind. Let me guess. Raiding a bee dazzler high for fresh honey, fighting a pack of feral squirrels for foraging rights to a berry bush?
Ice cream, Sylvia. I'm talking about buying some ice cream. I'm not completely uncivilized, you know.
Now this was a good idea.
What'll you have?
It's hard to choose, so many options.
Not for me, only one vegan option.
You know, I've never tried vegan ice cream before. What's it like?
You want to try it? I'll pay. Silver isn't sure what to expect from vegan ice cream. She sniffs it, then tries a small spoonful. Doesn't have quite the same texture as true ice cream, but it's flavourful as it melts on her tongue. You know, I've never really noticed much difference between vegan and non-vegan food, because I've got a vegan family and I've got vegetarian friends, and yeah, there's just not really much in it. It tastes slightly different, but I've never thought that sort of vegan and vegetarian alternatives were like worse tasting in any way.
Hey, this is pretty good. Honestly, I'm not sure I would have even known the difference. Right, so anyway.
I feel that's the most personal. That's sort of small talk. That's really tiny talk. So let's go with personal.
How long have you been a vegan?
Been quite some time now. Stopped eating meat after I struck out on my own. And I haven't had milk in, maybe 3 years. Last time I drank it was out of pure necessity, directly from the teat of a lactating sea monster.
Yeah, that might put me off milk too. Hope you don't mind me saying so, but your small talk could use some work.
What, are you saying you want fewer sea monster tit stories? Not certain it's worth the effort. What's small talk gonna get me? Flirting?
It puts people at ease, lets them know you're approachable.
Am I? Approachable, I mean.
Not with that attitude you aren't, but here, it's easy, follow my lead. How about this weather?
Yes, it worries me too. It's just the right temperature to agitate any three-legged coconuts in the area.
Okay, alright, let's try again. But maybe without bringing up any weird monsters this time. What's your number one favorite color?
I don't rightly know. Is this a trap? This feels like a trap.
Corsac, relax. There's literally no wrong answer here.
If that's true, then what's the point of asking? I think that might be pandering to him too much. Like, the idea of this conversation is to bring him out of his comfort zone, to introduce him to friendship and the idea of that, so I'm going to go with this one.
I want to get to know you better, it's as simple as that.
Then you should ask about my deeply held beliefs.
You can't start with that stuff. Small talk helps people ease into the heavy topics.
I have to take you at your word. You certainly know your way around people better than I do. Although there's something to be said for insulating yourself from all the frenzied socializing and intrigue. When you go to the happy place in your mind, you tend to get what you want. Happy place. Raise interest by 14, ignoring any active buffs and debuffs. Interesting.
I'm pretty sure my happy place is the ice cream shop.
We don't see eye to eye on everything, but on that we can agree. And I have another rank up with him. But I do actually need to go back because I want to try something. 39 grand, up at 277. How many potions are left? Okay, right. I'm going to test something. I'm going to quit out to the main menu and load back in. And I'll see if that triggers this. And then if that doesn't, I'm going to try closing the game and coming back in and seeing if that triggers it. I want to know what is causing this because it keeps happening where I log into my save and it sells everything in the vendor. So if there is an exploit, I want to know what it is so I can definitely not do it deliberately. Okay? Yep, cool. But first let me just collect beetles and puddings and mana. And mana. Loading in from the menu, did nothing, so I'm going to try rebooting the game. Yep. If you quit out of the game all the way and then open it back up, it will instantly sell everything in your vending machine. That is very good to know. Now I will definitely never use that exploit unless I absolutely need to. Moving on. Anubia's not holding anything back. 245,000 I earned today. That's pretty good going. Day 39. We have got Irresistible Resistance. Tonics are up. Cures are also up. Enhancers are up. So I'm just going to basically sell everything I've got. And Dragon Oasis is regulated. Mana, and mana. I've got some lovely 4-star alertness enhancers, some 5-star dowsing enhancers, and some 3-star insight. Also improved my radiation tonic, and my other radiation tonic, and my seeking enhancers, and coincidentally my other Seeking Enhancer. Filling up the machine with increased value things. I'm going to make a bloody killing today. Although, I think I will actually swap out some of these for like higher number ones of lower quality. No, should be the other way around. Yeah, lower number stuff, because then if it sells off it frees up a slot. And looking at this, I've got everything. I don't need anything. Ooh, actually, I should either make some more or keep some radiation tonics back, because like this is the last day of this week, and then next week I'm going to want to send people over to Maven's Castle immediately, and for that I'm going to need radiation tonics, I'm certain of it. I sort of don't need to brew anything. I kind of think today I'm going to save my money. I will set some stuff aging, because sort of there's no reason not to do that. Stamina and speed potions, just in case they're more valuable next week. So let's check in. Where am I with everyone? Secretive sidekick, having won Sylvia's forgiveness for the sins of his past. Iggy has resumed imparting lessons and cheering her on. Quinn, kindred spirit. Emboldened by their connection, Quinn has opened up to Sylvia about their unhappy childhood. Delighted by Sylvia's companionship, Muktuk temporarily set aside his artistic preoccupations to share his love of ice skating. Best friend. Despite her fears of being emotionally vulnerable, Saffron has expressed her deep affection and respect for Sylvia. Good friend, so who is actually... Alright, Luna and Corsac are both only at 4. Or rank 5, whatever. Luna has begun turning to Sylvia when in a creative rut, but asks her to be understanding. Yeah, I think I've already seen that one. Oh wow, Salt and Pepper's also only at 5. Mint is feeling truly heroic after confessing to Sylvia that she considers the potion maker to be her best friend. Good friend, sensing his isolation, Sylvia is helping Corsac develop his small talk skills. And dating. Zid's heart is singing, her romantic feelings reciprocate as she's entered a relationship with Sylvia. No. Anyway, so I want Corsac, Salt and Pepper, or Luna. Because I basically got this one coming week to max everybody out. Damn. Direwolf's Breath Diamond is a common enough item that I can get 10 at once from Quinn. But I've just like got 8 brewing in a slime. I think I need to pay attention to the rarity when I slime stuff. What's that, Quinn? Oh, have I bought out literally every single item in your stock? Yes, I have. Ah, I was sort of hoping that they'd have a voice line, like, not a voice line, but you know, a line saying, "Okay, shop's closed, I'm closing for the day." Oh, why are you closing for the day? Because you bought everything I own. That would have been good. Anyway, I did that for 3 reasons. 1, because I could. 2, because I could without going under 300,000. Alright, 4 reasons. 3, so that I would have plenty of ingredients for next week. And 5, and lastly, so that I could give like the best things to everybody. Because I want to, like, I noticed that like there were diamond sort of rarity stuff that I haven't been giving to people because I don't carry it. So, because it's like 4 Magamin stuff. So, I'm just going to give that to everybody. Bought out all of the fuel as well. There's no point getting oak wood and hay, frankly. And the last thing I need to upgrade is stuff that I need fuel I can't get yet. But if I am correct, this fuel will be available for sale next week, so I will get it then. What do I get from Baptiste? Spark of Mana. I think that's the lower end one. Okay, nothing new. 4 of each. I don't really need any more of any of those. Something I noticed is that mana is also diamond rarity. I'm kind of surprised no one likes mana, but maybe it's too difficult to get in high quantities unless you do the slime production thing that I do. Your eyes are gorgeous. Oh, Zid. People are gonna talk, I say let them. I've got to rank up with Zid. I will be back, Zid. Don't go anywhere. Treasure! Taking me under 300,000. Nightmare Pom may be new, but I don't think anyone else, anything else is. I think I have rank ups with literally everybody apart from Muktuk, but of course, the person I need to rank up right now, immediately, is my girlfriend Zid. I scream, you scream, we all scream for frozen yogurt. It's not quite as catchy as it should be, is it? I guess you could workshop it. Nuh-uh, sounds like work. And today's anything but. Didn't you hear? I went and got myself a girlfriend. And that's cause for... Oh, look at Sylvia! That's cause for celebration. Sylvia is familiar with the ice cream vendor, enough to notice that something is unusual. This place is usually a lot busier. Well... Just quick thing. I keep screen capping this game to try and get some like good wallpapers, and Zid is my favourite to get wallpapers of. And this pose is my favourite of her poses. And this is a blushing variant, and that's just adorable. Well, about that. I sort of rented the place out. Wow, really? You can do that? What can I say? Sometimes being a celebrity has its perks. Is she undercover or not? Because it's a bit inconsistent. We've got the run of the place for a couple hours, and I humbly suggest that we use the time to eat as much frozen yogurt as humanly possible. Why not ice cream? Rookie mistake, Sil. With ice cream you pick a flavour and that's sort of what it is. But with yogurt, you have a huge array of toppings, and therefore a lot more control over the final dessert. I don't know the difference. Because I think frozen yogurt is like a much bigger thing in America. Over here, like we have ice cream places, and I think you can get frozen yogurt, but I just don't know what it is. It's kind of like a blank slate. A steady beat on which you can overlay a melody of your own making. Just look at your options, Sil. It boggles the mind. Sylvia gazes out upon the available toppings and she quickly realises that Zid has a point. Colourful confectionaries, fruits and nuts and candied eyeballs lay spread out before them like a banquet set by sugar-crazed children. I mean, you can put all this stuff on ice cream too, for the record. It's enticing and slightly overwhelming. I don't know if I need more decision points in my life. I can help you make good choices. It's all about maximising your pleasure. Fresh fruit is tasty, but dried fruit is denser. You can eat more of it. An ectoplasm takes some getting used to, but it won't cause your blood sugar to spike and crash like butterscotch will. Wow, you really put some thought into this. Yeah, I'm a master of the scales, meaning both musical scales and the yogurt weigh-in variety. This is pretty amazing and so generous of you. It's like I said, I wanted to celebrate you, celebrate us. I'm interested to know how different this is if it's not a date. Like, I assume it's just a few lines. I assume it's just in general, you know, we would still be coming to the ice cream place. It's just she wouldn't be celebrating us. Except maybe in a friendship way? I don't know. Maybe she'd say, oh, I don't know if you've heard, but I've got a best friend. Or something like that. I don't know. And, well, I've someone else to celebrate too. You know the song I've been working on? I'm almost done. I'm on track to finish it tonight. Turns out having a girlfriend is good for productivity. Cuddles lead to creativity, if only you'd known sooner. I love that line. I sort of really, really love that line. Anyway. Well, I don't know. I think you were worth holding out for. Anyway, there are still some rough spots to iron out, and a few clumsy rhymes. But the first draft is always the hardest part, and the end is in sight. I think praise over when can I hear it. You should be proud, that's a huge accomplishment. Well, thanks, although I try not to pat myself on the back until the reviews are in. Okay, made a mistake, whatever. I only hope this is the start of a new chapter. That this is just the first of an whole slew of original songs. This is what it's all been about. This is why I got into music to begin with. Tell me more. Why exactly did you get into music? Well, this sounds cheesy, but I wanted to make a difference. Okay, that's not the old story. But what I wanted was to be in the spotlight. I've always loved being the centre of attention. But I also wanted to use the spotlight to enact real change.
It's just amazing to me the power music has to sway arts. I wish everyone with a platform thought more carefully about how to use it. With great stage... With great stage presence comes great responsibility, right? Only I got totally swept up in the race to be on top. I let myself become a cog in a corporate it-making machine. I didn't write a single word or share a single original opinion, not for years. No time like the present. Isn't that the truth? The words have been flowing out of me lately. But I still need to write the climax of this song.
Don't make a joke here. And it's important to get the tone right.
What do you think? As the hero comes to the end of her trials, should she be pretty confident? Or does she worry that she'll fall short right until the very end?
I think worried is more... Have I said before I really hope I get to hear this song? Like, I assume this is going somewhere, that it's not just going to be a case of, in the same way like Mint, we're going to get to see her with the hammer and maybe it'll unlock her use of the hammer and give her a massive buff in the adventures. I assume with Zid, it'll be you get to hear her perform the song. That would be amazing. Worried.
It's more fun if she's worried. It heightens the suspense. And it's true to life. Often the best among us fail to see their own greatness. Okay, that should be the last piece of input I need. Now I just got to iron out that rhyme scheme. Nothing rhymes with coupon, does it? But that's the final treat I had for you today.
Oh, Zid.
A coupon, soup-san. I'm obviously not a songwriter. And yet, make no mistake, I couldn't have written this one without you. Your eyes are gorgeous. You better go for an adventure before I get ideas.
Let's rank up Luna. My energy is lagging today.
Need caffeine?
It isn't doing much for me right now. I hope I'm not developing an immunity. I was thinking of getting some exercise. It's more time consuming than an espresso, but the endorphin rush can't be beat. Luna pushes aside a curtain, revealing a corner of her office that is well stocked with gym equipment. She straps on 2 pairs of boxing gloves and gestures towards a sandbag that hangs from the ceiling by a chain. Didn't expect this of her. Do you mind holding my punching bag steady?
It'll make a nice change. Working in retail means I usually am the punching bag.
Sylvia plants her feet and does her best to hold the bag in place while Luna goes to town. It's more difficult than she expected. She finds her feet slipping, losing ground. She risks a peek, poking her head out to watch Luna's technique. She sees an absolute flurry of boxing gloves. Forearms and manic energy, Luna is like a pastel cyclone of fists.
Well, I wouldn't bet against you in a fight.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like my odds against anything that would punch back. Let the heroes pull aggro, I'm happy keeping my head down. Now, could I interest you in a nice cold ampheterade? Like amphetamine, but in fizzy drinking form. I've got grape, lemon, lime, and cashmere.
Isn't that the stimulant enhanced sports drink that's banned in 6 kingdoms?
Yeah, it's not easy to get hold of, but I've got a care package from home. My mum loves a challenge and she does not love inter-kingdom trade restrictions.
Your mom sounds interesting.
She's a fierce lady. There was this time in high school I got a B+ on a history quiz.
She gave you a hard time over a B+?
Oh, she didn't say a word about it, but she somehow got her hands on my classmate Sol's quiz. Sol's the daughter of my mum's best friend. She had aced the quiz. She even got the extra credit question right. So my mum ended up putting Sol's quiz on the fridge. I'd see that big bright A+ every time I went into the kitchen. I was left to wonder if she wanted me to study it and learn from it, or if she was threatening to replace me as her daughter.
Wow, that's definitely going the extra mile.
Like I said, she's fierce. Oh, she makes the best banana bread you've ever tried. It's award-winning, Sylvia.
What about your dad?
Well, he's a terrible baker. Aside from that, the two of them are in perfect alignment. Same values, same priorities, same mastery of psychological warfare. Both of my parents really push the importance of school, although they aren't big on learning for the sake of learning. Education was always a means to an end. My siblings and I had to go get good grades so we could launch right into successful careers in law, medicine, or banking. You'll notice I didn't say anything about marketing. That's the flirt.
Unpopular choice? I'm guessing your parents weren't thrilled.
My choice career wasn't what they wanted for me, but I did get a great job offer from a major firm right out of school. So my parents didn't really have a problem until I decided to leave that firm and moved thereafter. I gave up my prestigious job with full benefits and a clear upward mobility for a rough and tumble startup at the edge of the world.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds awesome.
I know, right? Sadly, they don't quite see it that way. To them, running a successful business in a frontier town is like being the dog who gets the best table scraps. Other dogs are jealous, sure, but nobody else is. Obviously, she cares what they think, so that's a silly thing to say.
They'll come around. What you're doing is so impressive, they'll have to see that.
I hope they do, because I want them to be proud. But I'm not willing to let them run my life. We fight, and they get under my skin like no one else. But I've learned to keep my head down and do my own thing. And to just trust that one day, they'll see the values in what I do. After all, if they taught me anything, is that there's no use trying to live a stress-free life. Stress will find you. Sometimes it's better to face it head on, you know? Embrace the caffeine rush and power through the stress however you can. Caffeine rush. Discard up to 2 stress cards and increase stress by 3. Wow, that is an awful card. I mean, I suppose it's playing into the stress build, but damn, you've got to commit to that.
I hear you. The only way out is through.
It's true whether you're trying to get a fledgling business off the ground or vying for your parents' approval.
I'm just angling for the best table scraps, because let's be real, I will eat off your plate.
Ranking up Corsac again. Here we are. This is an improvement, isn't it? Obviously, that one is the one he'll like.
It's great to be in nature. I spend too much time indoors.
Yes. Okay, apparently saying nothing would have been better. Oh, look there. Corsac springs to life, bounding towards some small object in their path. It looks like a bit of mud, maybe, or...
Is that... poop?
Corsac excitedly pulls a thick notebook from his pocket.
Is that... a poop journal?
Yes, if you want to learn about the animals in a particular setting, their population density and migratory patterns, their diet and capacity to thrive, look no further than the excrement. While Sylvia contemplates his words, Corsac unceremoniously sticks a finger into the mound of excrement. Oh, it's still warm. This will make for a riveting journal entry. He scribbles notes in his journal, extensive notes. Sylvia wonders how he can possibly have so much to say about it. Eventually, once he's thoroughly catalogued his observations, Corsac closes the journal and stows it away. That was thrilling. What a find. Flirt.
Surprised your enthusiasm over that.
You shouldn't be. Out here I'm often enthused. This island is an endless source of fascination. Hard to believe we owe it all to the reckless experiments of a single self-interested witch. Yeah, we get his take on this.
You're talking about Maven, right?
None other. I remember, as a child, hearing the rumours about her. People said she'd taken a desolate island and infused it with life. Strange life. I always find the idea offensive. Nature is sacred and well-balanced mechanism. It's not to be reshaped by our whims. And yet, now that I'm here, I cannot deny the beauty in what she set in motion. What started as an exercise in vanity and unbounded ego has grown into a sacred little mechanism of its own. One that deserves more respect than we give it.
Wow, that is by far the most emphatically I've ever heard you speak. It's the island, you're passionate about it.
I thought that was obvious.
And I thought you were hopelessly awkward. All this time I've been trying to get you to open up. But you have plenty to say on a topic you care about.
Isn't that the way it should be? World's full of enough noise, don't need to go around making more of it just for the sake of exercising our tongues. We should speak when there's something to say, and when there isn't, we should channel the mighty mollusk whose strength comes from silence and serenity.
So, like, be more like a snail? Really?
Really. Serenity of the mollusk. Adds 2 shield per turn, persists until another stance is... Oh, it's a new stance card, okay. Adapt changes to reduce stress by 5. Yes. Yes.
Yep, I'm totally on board with being a mollusk. And since you did say so, I guess it's something you really believe in. I'll try it.
Glad to hear it.
Sure, no biggie.
No, I mean it. Not everyone would be so open to my ideas, my opinions. I want you to know I appreciate it. So, I wouldn't make this offer to just anybody. But if you ever want to borrow this journal, you know, to record your own observations. That was well set up. Well, just say the word.
Thanks, but believe it or not, I think you found the one topic about which I really don't have anything to say.